Watch this.
In UK, people do like 7 jobs at the same time. You see somebody doing tech, doing care job, working at McDonald's. This place is a cage. I had someone say that I have to work 70 hours in a week. How many hours is in a week? Don't you sleep? What the fuck? Don't you sleep? You don't go to church, you don't have family, you don't hang out with your friends. 70 hours in a week. Then when it's winter, you saw them snapping with the coats and posting in the family group. I'm in the UK. They are suffering. Who works 74 hours in a week? Just go back to Aja. Go back to Oshogbo or something. You are stressed.
Now, after watching this video, what did you see? A guy making fun of people who lives and work in the UK. To him, they are suffering because one of his friends told him he need to work 70 hours in a week. 70 hours in a week is like 3 days. And you are saying they are suffering. They don't have time for themselves. That is what an average Nigerian man always think. You want to have time for yourself, but you won't want to beg people who work day and night for money. Nigerian system enables someone to die poor. That is why we have the highest rate of poor people going up and down in Nigeria, because we don't operate in night system. For you to be rich, you must work more than 70 hours in a week. You must work more than 70 hours in a week. And you are here laughing a guy who told you he is doing job for 70 hours. He need to cover up 70 hours in a week. That is why our politicians go to Western countries to borrow them money, to seek for funds. Because why? Their system over there enable them to work day and night. The more you work, the more money you make. But in Africa, in Nigeria, we need less work, more money. It does not work like that. That is why 90% of the people who are rich enough in Nigeria get their money from Fastlink, not the proper way. Because if you don't work, nobody will give you money. Money does not fall from the sky. If you want to make money, you must work more than 70 hours in a week. You must even work more than 100 hours in a week. That is how it is. Those who are busy are the ones who are more richer. The amount of time you spend in your workplace will tell the amount of salary they will pay you. Not less time, higher salary. It does not work like that. That is why in Nigeria we don't have 24 hours working system. We don't even have any restaurants that operate 24 hours. We don't even have any garage that operates 24 hours. But we want to be rich. The moment it is 6 p.m. in Nigeria, every shop, every business close. But you want to ask people who lives in the Western country money. Your president go and ask them for money. Those countries that gives us money work 24 hours. China work 24 hours system. US, Canada, America, UK, all of them work to 24 hours system. Only Africa, Nigeria does not even operate. Once it is 6, every shop will close. Because why? We love enjoyment. Because why? We want to spend time with family. That is how they created Nigerian system. That is why we will always remain poor. We will always remain poor. That is why 90% of the people who are rich in Nigeria make their money too fastly. Because if you don't work, nobody will give you money. The amount of time you spend in your workplace tell how rich you will be. But in Nigeria, it's the other way around. You spend less hour, you become richer. In Western country, you spend more time in your workplace, you become richer. That is how it is, and that is how it should be, not the other way around. So if you are laughing, thinking you are laughing at them, they don't have time. A poor man does not need to spend time with their family member. A poor man does not chill. A poor man does not go on vacation. A poor man does not go to restaurants. But in Nigeria, poor people go to restaurants to beg for food. Poor people go to vacation in Nigeria. That is it. Anyway, truth is bitter. My name is Mr. Noz Inogun, aka Odogu Wisdom. I am your life coach or faith coach. As guy, as is, thank you, guys.